Good morning, guys, and happy Friday to you. It's Goose here, and welcome to STN Stock Talk with my buddy Ricky. We're ready to get it on today and end the week strong. Remember, guys, only second day of the month. Hopefully, you guys have visited us at stocktraders.net, online trading community. We got a lot of stuff there, guys, a lot of tools. I did a webinar the other day for our members. Hopefully, you guys join us today. If you have any questions about what we're covering, please, guys, just join the free trading room. Feel free to send us any type of messages. We're always happy to help. Any of the instructors there will give you a hand, as well as the trading rooms. Very friendly group. Everybody's there to help each other out, and we like to keep it that way. So just want to remind you at the bottom of the description area there, you're going to see our disclaimer. You know, nothing we're covering on these Stock Talk presentations or anything to do with solicitations. All we're trying to do is give you guys a couple ideas every day to work into your repertoire and open your eyes to some other opportunities, but no type of solicitations or anything like that. You guys trade your own plans. Also, just want to let you know, we're not doing like 10 ideas a day. We try to keep it to a couple each, or on a busy day, maybe a few each. And we're always looking at quality over quantity, of course. And that being said, I think we got some really exciting ones today. I'm going to turn it over to Ricky and see what he has. I already know what he's covering, and I'm excited to hear what he's going on with. So, Ricky, back to you, man.
Thanks a lot, Goose. What's up, guys? It's Ricky Analog. Thanks for joining us. As always, hope you're doing well. Please share this broadcast. Put it on Twitter. Put it on Instagram. Tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your uncle, tell your neighbor. We need more people to watch this. Spread the word, guys. So before I get into the watch, I need to touch on the overall market, since it's going to be a big factor in how I play the trades that I take today. So yesterday, you can see we took out some big levels. The market is still heavy this morning. If the market stays this way, then the ideas I'm going to be discussing will be played the way I'm going to describe them. However, if the market turns and looks like it's going to reverse to the upside, then anything that I'm holding short or watching for a short is going to have to be reassessed. The last thing you want to have happen is be sitting in something short and then not notice the tides change. So it's going to be extremely important to watch the broader market. That being said, the first thing I'm really looking at is ROKU. I swung some short yesterday on the break of 39, which was the level that I've been watching for quite some time. It's basically violated the neckline of a big head and shoulders pattern that it's been forming for quite a while. You can see there's not much underneath the 39 level but air. And as far as targets go for me on this one, I would like to try to get it down to 35 today, where I would definitely be taking some profits. But I really think this thing looks like it is finally ready for a swing short. But it's good to keep in mind that there are some notable large short positions in this name, and that can cause a bit of a choppy ride down. So from an intraday basis, I'm going to only be risking probably over the 41, and I'm currently looking for areas to add to my position on this. The next thing on my list, guys, is Foot Locker. FL is the ticker symbol. This chart is about as ugly as it can get. Let's go ahead and bring up the daily on it. Their quarterly revs are down quite a bit, and I do understand it was mostly due to a tax expense from new tax legislation. However, even without that tax expense, their quarterly revs were still down from the same quarter last year. Same store sales were down bigger than expected too, and they aren't exactly enthusiastic with their guidance. I am praying right now for a pop back to the 44 area to get a nice short on. You can see it lost quite a few really important levels. The first thing we were watching was this 44 level, which has been the support that's been holding it up for quite a little bit here. I'd say about 2.5 months, it looks like. That level also just happens to coincide almost perfectly with the 200 SMA. You'll also notice that the 20 SMA just crossed down underneath the 50, and all three, the 20, the 50, and the 200 are now turning down. This thing looks hideous. On top of all that, the market has not been treating retail kind with their earnings reports. This could just be a bigger picture problem where people think the SPY is signaling something bigger to come. Retail's not where the money should be flowing. So the last thing on my list, guys, is Gap, GPS, and another retailer that this one actually beat on earnings. But we did all see what happened the other day on Macy's, who beat, and Kors got hit too. So, and now today you have JCPenney's and Nordstrom's gapping down on misses. Just not a good time to be getting long on these brick and mortar clothing retailers, in my opinion. So I would love to see a push over 35 and possibly into 36, and then a nice short setup to present itself. As of right now, though, it doesn't have enough meat on the bone. You can see that it's actually already extremely weak in this pre-market. I was thinking that maybe this 34 level would hold, and that would provide a bit of support for the push into 36. As of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to get that, but keeping it on watch. You never know. The market can act pretty irrational sometimes, so I'm hoping we get some crazy buyers right at the open that gives this thing a nice pop. That wraps it up for me. 3 stocks, 3 shorts. I guess I'm just a giant bear. I can't change my stripes. But in all seriousness, though, some of my bigger gains have been coming from longs lately. I'm only pointing that out to emphasize the importance of playing what the market gives you and being nimble with your ability to see the play from both sides. I'm not sure if Goose has longs for us or not, but I'm dying to find out. So let me turn it over to the man himself. Goose, show us what you're looking at.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I have 1 long. Does that count for something? But let me start off with the ZSAN and get right into it, because I have actually 4 that I'm looking at today, but I'm going to go through them real quickly. Lots of ideas out there, but it's a Friday, so why not give you a little extra? ZSAN popped up obviously late, had a little bit of news, some more patent news. I just want to show you guys something really quick on ZSAN and what I'm looking at. First of all, made these huge pushes in these candles. I want you guys to notice something. They pretty much gave back 50% of their moves both days. So what I'm looking for is a nice big pop out of the open here. Obviously, the pre-market's already been up towards 10. But a couple other things I just want to show you guys is the big move, first of all, coming from this 450 area and pushing 11 is like a $6 move, let's call it. Let's round it up to $5 to 11. $6 move. What I look for on a secondary move, a retrace type play, is maybe half of that. So the $3 up from 5 is going to put me in that $8 or eight and a quarter range. Okay, and you could also see a couple other things in that 8 and a quarter, 8.50 range. So you got the 50-day here. You also got a retrace up back up to the like a 60% bounce area. So this is a really intriguing short for me. I'm not sure I'm going to get any luck and have this push back up on 10, but I already got some borrows on it, and I will be looking to fade. But keep in mind, it is a low floater, okay, guys? So be aware of the action. I mean, if they're soaking up levels, don't get caught in a big squeeze and everybody's got to short this. I think it's a little harder to short, so I'm not sure you're going to get that. It does have an SSR on it. But any type of push, and if I see a double top on this thing or a lower high, what I mean by that, I'll probably be all over it and looking for a fade for it to give back maybe 50% of the move today. So I love ZSAN. I'm going to jump right into my next one here, and we're going to go into ECYT. I like the setup on ECYT. They raised money the other day. Yes, it's pushed up. It had a pretty good pricing. But look, you could see a real clear defined risk on this thing up at the 610 area, call it. It's already down a little bit. So how I'm going to play this one is any type of push up into 6 or 610, I'm going to fade off this level. If it wants to go and continue, I'm going to take it off and reassess it up at that 650 area, which you can see if you pull it back a little bit more, you kind of see this little this 650 area is up, those highs from back in October. So I am looking for a fade off this, and what I'm looking for is this 5.25 area. I'm hoping if it opens up right here and just wants to do a little shove back into the prior close, which is 590, I'll look to fade it right there using either a 6 guide or 590 guide on ECYT. So it's definitely on my watch. AAXN I want to jump over to. So AAXN, the chart's looking good. I had this breakout. Obviously, it gave back a lot yesterday, which could have been market related. But what I want to watch for is it stopped at this $40 number. And I feel like I want to see if it makes another push this morning up into, it's going to see what I'm going to look for is pretty much a lower high on this and a fade back. It's over an 80 RSI now. Those names start to intrigue me. Obviously, 90 gets really intriguing. So it's not quite there yet, but maybe a push up on this 40 number and using that figure as a guide. If it doesn't get there, I would use 39, but I'm going to use either a whole number and try to fade this thing, hopefully with the market. But I'd love a morning, shove. It looks like it's going to open up down. If it does open up down, again, I'll use the prior close to trade against and look for a fade. And I'm looking for about $35 or so for a pullback too, as far as a retrace goes on that one. That's AAXN. And then lastly, I want to cover is WTW. Listen, I mean, they came out with really good numbers. I think this thing, the 50 days right here, I might start earlier than the 50-day. Not sure it'll get there or not. It's down a little bit this morning, but I'm going to look to play along with this. Again, you have very defined risk off 61. I'd probably give it to 60 myself. But if it wants to crack and continue going and it gets real heavy, where's the next level? So I'm not going to fight it from the long stand, and I might even swing it. But I'm definitely looking at a long, and I'm looking for a push right back up on that 20-day, which is the $70 area. I'm not thinking it's going to get there today. You never know, but I think there's a good opportunity for a long. I'll look for a higher low on this thing and really look to. I think this is a good setup. I really like it. I like the bounce off this area, this pivot area, as well as the 50-day. So I think there's a good opportunity there for us, guys. It's Friday, and I know it seems like, okay, it's Friday, I want to finish the week. Well, listen, it's the second day of the month. We got all month. You don't need to jam all your P&L in one day. Stay patient. It's a challenging market right now. Don't marry your losers. Take them off. Reassess, guys. If things are choppy on you, and let's say you use an arbitrary number. Say you're trading 1,000 shares. It's okay to size down to 500 shares if you feel like you're getting chopped a little bit, and your big picture you still like it. Take it off and bring it down to a core position. Be smart with your positions. Be smart with your size in this type of market. And let's have a great Friday. It's only second day of the month, and let's start this month off fantastic. Hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. We look forward to seeing you guys on Monday. And I'm going to turn it back over to Ricky for a goodbye, and we'll chat in a bit, guys. See you Monday.
Thank you, Goose. And as always, guys, head on over to stocktraders.net. Come chat with us, see what we can offer. We try to provide as much value as possible. If you guys don't have a plan for your trade, don't take the trade. Stay safe out there, guys. You don't want to ruin your week on a Friday. That being said, let's go out there and crush it. Peace.